Hey guys, what's up? It's Demonic, and this is my review of the movie The Fighter. Okay, so this movie stars Christian Bale, Mark Wahlberg, and Amy Adams, um, which were really good parts. So basically, what this movie is about, it's about two brothers, Dickie and Mickey, and they're both boxers. They both come from a very poor family that isn't really educated that well, and basically, the movie starts off with Dickie, who is Christian Bale, and Mickey, who's Mark Wahlberg. But Dickie is being interviewed because they're making a movie about his uprising, but because he beat Sugar Ray or something like that. And from then on, it just shows their tale, or what he's basically reciting or telling the movie people. But this movie is pretty inspirational. I mean, out of the all the family members, because I told you before, they're all like not educated that well. None of them went to college. They live in like a poor, like the slums basically. But Mickey, who's played by Mark Wahlberg, he's the only character that actually has a heart, and he actually at one point just starts breaking down because he thinks his family loves Dickie more, and Dickie's like a crackhead. You'll figure that out later in the movie. He's just a total crackhead, but he just after he learns his lesson, he just cuts off the drugs. He knows that he wants to do something more with his life and help his brother. And the whole family cares about Dickie because he beat Sugar Ray. They all want to get on camera for his movie and stuff. But then after realizing, like basically, they don't care about Mickey as much as they do Dickie, and Mickey eventually says that they all start to care for Mickey again. And pretty soon, towards the end, when Mark Wahlberg or Mickey gets the title shot, it's just from there. It's just like you got to cheer for him. The whole family does. It's really inspiring. But this didn't really have that much of an impact like 127 Hours did. Yeah, I know it's like a really good story. It's about a true story. It's based on a true story. And at the end, I like how they show the two guys in real life, and they're pretty funny too. But Christian Bale was not, or he actually won for Best Supporting Actor in The Fighter, playing Dickie, and he was really good in this movie. He really played that kind of character where you're like you kind of hate him at first, but later on watching the movie, you kind of like him again. He's like one of those characters, because he's a total crack addict, but then later on he sort of just drops it and just does all this random stuff to pick himself back up and regain, I guess, your liking again. But yeah, he was really good. I recently saw American Psycho, and he was pretty good in that, but better in this one. I don't think any other actor could play a better part than him in this movie. But as I said before, this didn't have as big as an impact as it did like 127 Hours. Just because I don't know something about this movie was just there was just too much drama. Like I thought it'd be more like I guess one of those movies like Cinderella Man where it's like all sad and stuff, but later on they'll triumph and be happy. But this movie is about 2 hours long, and at least a good an hour of it is just drama and just nothing really is joyous about it, which I guess sort of didn't really make me like it as much. But yeah, it's still a good movie. But if I had to choose whether I'd want to watch 127 Hours or The Fighter, I definitely say 127 Hours. But The Fighter is overall a good movie. Amy Adams was pretty good in it. I mean, all the people in this movie were good. They were all like, they played like those kind of slums sort of people. But the fights in this movie they don't really last long, except for the last fight where Mickey goes for the title shot. But yeah, they don't really show much boxing action, unless he's like sparring in the gym, But he never really whoever directed, they don't really show the fights the fights don't start at round 1. They always start off at either like round 4 or like 2. But the only fight that they actually show the longest is probably the last one for the title shot. But overall, this is a good movie. If I had to rate it out of 5 stars, I'd rate it about maybe a 4 out of 5. Just because the length was long. I really enjoyed it. I liked watching Christian Bale's performance. He was probably the only reason why I saw this movie, because he was pretty funny. Well, I mean, yeah, he's pretty funny because when he goes to the prison, they all like love him and stuff, and show him a movie called like Crack in America. It's just funny. And Mark Wahlberg was pretty good in this movie. He didn't really have. I mean, he had a lot of lines because he was a lead role, but he didn't really get as much screen time as Christian Bale did. But it was pretty good. I am still a little like questioned about the last part, how like all the coaches are all like, yeah, we're not going to work with you if your brother works with us, and he ends up working with them, and the other coach. It's just all weird. Maybe you should just watch it. But yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend this. Yeah, it's really good. And one other thing I forgot to mention on my 127 hours review is that the amputation scene at the end. Here, let me show you this. The amputation scene at the end of this movie was pretty graphic. I mean, a lot of people say they fainted while watching it. It's not that. It's only like a minute long, and the scene isn't really that gruesome. Except the only part that made me cringe is when he has to chomp off the nerve in his hand, in his whole arm, and that kind of made me cringe a bit because it's just nasty. And they don't make it as gory as they can. I mean, they try to get it as close to real life as they can. Like, I mean, to show the veins, he has to break the bones and all. So yeah. Oh, and I give 127 hours a 4, or actually no, I give it a 5 out of 5. It's a very inspiring movie, and I mean, I wanted to just keep watching more of Aaron's adventures because they were really good. So thanks for watching my movie review, guys, and I'll be back with more. Thanks.